Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com, and you are looking at the Halloween tree bags that I'm going to be giving to my little goblins this year that come to my home trick-or-treating. Couple things first I noticed on my prototypes. It's better to have the sentiment down here. I noticed with this one it kept popping up a little bit on this side, but I only used snail on it. I did not use fast fuse. So that's one little thing that I noticed. Other than that, these are so stinking cute and adorable. You could make dozens of them in a matter of an hour or two at the most and just be done with it. And each one of them will fit some decent sized candy too. You can go to Walmart and for $8.99 a bag get, the good stuff. And it just fits right in these bags. And this is what I mean by this coming up here, because I didn't use fast fuse, like mine broke. So those are my prototypes, and let's get started on making these. And I'm going to show you the stamp sets that we're going to be using. We're going to be using Cookie Cutter Halloween, which is going to give you 3 different options for little spooky critters to put on the front of your bag. If you look at this, my prototypes here, I don't even know if you can see this or not. White, it's a mummy, but the stark white does not look good. Grab an extremely light brown color, even the lightest yellow color, like so saffron, water it down. I use basic gray here and just scribbled the marker on my block and just started swiping away, not paying attention, no rhyme, no reason, but it does give it a little bit of character. I did the same thing with this skeleton. Today we're going to use little mini Dracula there. He'd be really cute if you wanted to punch out a little tie that comes in the cookie cutter punch we're going to use in a different color, but that also kind of defeats the purpose of this being clean, simple, easy, fast, and getting it done. For our sentiment, we're going to use Spooky Fun, and you have 5 different sentiments here that you can use if, whatever you want to do. There's a couple extra things that I did on my bag to really make it tie together. One of them was use the washi tape punch for my sentiment, and that it's like pinking shears on the edge, and I just now noticed this. I took a pair of pinking shears to the top of my little pouches just to add a little bit of character, and it turned out pretty stinking cute, and it coordinates too. I was happy about that. So you want to grab yourself some designer series paper, and if you're picking, what is it with my language lately, if you're picking a side with a pattern on it, you want to be very careful how you cut it, okay? You're going to want a piece of cardstock that measures 6 by 4.5. The side with a pattern on it, you want that going across 6 inches, okay? Just remember that one. 3 scores, and you're done. This is the easiest little thing in the world to make, and it's adorable. So what you want to do is turn it around to the 4.5 inch side. Then you want to score. This thing's huge, it's 12 by 12. Then you want to score at a 1/2 inch. And you don't really need to lay into your paper big time, because designer series paper is a lot thinner. I think it's down to 65-pound weight than regular cardstock. Then you want to turn it over to your 6-inch side, and you want to do another score at 1 1/4. And then your next one at 4. And sorry you couldn't see the top, but all the measurements, dimensions, everything will be on my blog at cindybdesigns.com. And so will a little cute pumpkin story, and I might as well tell you now because we have to burnish our score lines. So, my kids are grown, gone adults. So when they were little, and after they went trick-or-treating, I let them pick out their most 5 favorite candies that they got for that night. And then the rest of the candy went to Great Pumpkin. And you are the Great Pumpkin, like the Tooth Fairy. And you hide that candy overnight. And as moms, you know where to hide things. And then you sneak into your car and take it to work with you the next day and give it to your co-workers. Saves you sugar highs, cavities, meltdowns, etc. Work like a charm with my kids every single year. So this is what it's going to look like. What you want to do now is look at your half-inch score at the bottom. Take your scissors and then just cut up a little bit like that right to the end of the score line there. And I just did this the wrong way. Anywhere that you snip and make your angle, you want to do it on the long side there, not what I just did. This is like my 4th time doing this too, which is really a bummer because my phone rang. It's okay that I did this because we have to cut this side off anyway. My phone rang right in the middle. It's just been one of those days. So I'm going to cut that right up there like that, okay? And this is what we want it to look like, right there. So it's nice and pretty. Then you want to take these ends here and then just snip them. And the long scissors are good. Sometimes it's easier to look on the other side too. So I'm just going to snip that off. And that's it. That's all the cutting and scoring that you have to do to get that cute little bag. And my scoreboard's over my garbage too. So the next thing we're going to do is you want to fold the short end first, okay? And then take some fast fuse because you want your stuff to stay together, and then just go along the very edge of that. There you go. Okay? And then you just simply line everything up and fold it over, and I got myself a pretty cool match. And then you want to, I'm zooming in, grab your fast fuse again, and then just go along this little thingy down there. Fold that up, and there is the beginning of your bag. So before I start decorating it, I want to grab my pinking shears, and I'm just going to cut the very top. And how I measure it is by looking over to my right side where you can see the edge of these scissors here, and that's what I put up against the very edge of my cardstock so it gets cut straight, and I put it as far down as I can, and it will cut through both pieces, and there you are, perfectly straight. And again, this is something you can do while you're watching TV. So I'm going to grab some Stampin' Up black archival ink, and I'm going to pull in my little Dracula image here on some Whisper White cardstock. I'm just going to get this guy nice and inked up. And he's looking pretty good. And again, remember, this is assembly line. You can just keep stamping, cutting, punching, whatever. I like to let my ink soak in for a second. Now, archival ink, awesome. Look at that image I got. That's why I love archival ink. Now with archival ink, you want to let it sit and dry for a minute. So we're going to set that aside. Then we're going to go ahead and just grab our sentiment. I have another piece of white paper. This one's going to say trick or treat. And I'm not too concerned about where I'm going to stamp it because we're punching it out anyway. So there we go. That's simple. So I'm going to move this over to dry a little bit and close up my ink pad. So in the meantime, while that is drying, what you want to do is grab your Halloween Night Baker's Twine, and anything that I'm using here today, go to my website at cindybdesigns.com, click on the picture underneath this blog post that you see, and or do a search for Halloween tree bag, and this blog post will come up, and all these products will be there for you to see. So in the meantime, you want to grab your Halloween Night Baker's Twine. I grabbed the orange. I cut a length of about, oh, I don't know, 10, 12 inches, doubled it, cut it in half, and then I tied a knot like this, and I just put it on a glue dot. And again, that's another assembly line process. So I'm going to make sure that my little fellas are dry here. Remember, when you're mass producing, you don't have to worry about drying time because you're doing all your stamping, setting it aside, and it's going to be automatically drying. So I'm going to bring in my washi label punch and then get that centered right in the middle. Left and right. Punch that out. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab my cookie cutter punch, and we're going to punch out this adorable little Dracula. And it's very easy to line up too. Now to get this adhered, you can either go ahead and use your fast fuse, and you're going to have pieces fly everywhere. But if you wanted to glue dot this entire image to your bag, you'd be completely cool with that. So we are going to go ahead and just take off our little bow and put that right at the top. And also for you Stampin' Up demonstrators, the moms are going to freak out over this. Oh, how cute. You know how we are. And you can slip your business card right inside here. So that is a fabulous idea to make these bags. So I'm going to go ahead and put fast fuse on this. I have no luck with this stuff. I'm more of like a tear and tape kind of person. But that's going to do. And remember what I said about it sticking. So I'm going to go ahead and put this right down here at the bottom. Then you want to grab your like little Halloween night dots and your pokey tool. And it really doesn't matter what size that you put on there, but I'm just going to put the large size of pumpkin pie on either side because I am going to give this bag out. And then for this little guy here, like I said, glue dot away, since I have no luck with that fast fuse. These glue dots are extremely strong. They hold buttons. I've never lost anything with them. And again, you can sit here and do it comatose. So I've got my glue dots all over my cute little critter. Gonna get everything lined up here and put him right there. Grab my chocolate, pop it in the bag, and there you go. Super cute treat bag that kids and moms will like. Now, as you can see from the side, even with the glue dots, I don't have any issues with him popping off or up or anything. It looks like it here simply because there isn't a glue dot there. And here's a Hershey's bar, which fits perfectly inside there too. So anything that you get, a one candy thing, will go great in there. So I hope that you've enjoyed this quick and hopefully quick and cute tutorial on how to make this just adorable little treat bag. And don't forget about the great pumpkin. So thank you so much for stopping by to visit me today. I hope that you have been inspired. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, give me a like, sign up for my newsletter, and again, if you want any of these products, go to cindybdesigns.com and they will all be listed there for you, as well as the dimensions, and all that information will also be in the description underneath the YouTube, in the YouTube description. So again, thank you so much for visiting me today. God bless and have a great day. Bye.